Okay, I'm here with JP Doomernik at CIRED, where literally the writing is on the wall. So can you tell us a little bit about what this signifies?
What we are doing here is that we want to catch the conversation at CIRED. So what you normally do when you have a booth is that you have your own message and you try to send it. But as DSOs working together, we want to understand what the message is. What are we talking about? What are our visions of the future? What are the hurdles we are facing? How can we use those insights to find research questions and paths for co-creation?
Very interesting. Can you just tell us what these things are, what they mean?
Yeah, what you see here is what do we use as a conversation starter. That is the work on self-learning artificial intelligence. And what happens with autonomous machines as soon as you put them on the distributed ledger. Because those two examples here are things that were already built in 2018. So it is technology what on a proof of concept level is already there. But how as DSOs are we going to handle those big changes in society that are too big for one DSO to cover alone? What we do within the conversations is, okay, how are you looking at the future? What are you working at? And what are the big questions that are too big for one DSO alone? Because DSOs are not competitors. If you look at those innovations, everything done there is open source. So we can use those elements to co-create together and find new narratives to explore alternative solutions. What you see here is we are now at day 2 of CIRED. So some conversations already took place. At the beginning, this was a completely white space. And what you see now is that we are talking about assets and the fact that we as DSOs invest a lot of money every year and we depreciate it over 40 years. But nobody knows how the future is going to be. And then it's the question, okay, do we invest with the vision of an incremental changing future for the coming 40 years? Or do we think that the change that come in the future are bigger than that? What you see on the other wall is, okay, how are we talking about what we should do? How do we do our goal setting? How do we find the purpose for what we do and how can we co-create together? And those are the two elements that we found in our talk so far that give us exploring space. And what we are trying to do here, and you see the first here and some ideas in concept, is what are the topics on which we as DSO want to co-create together? What are the research questions that inspire us and help us to inspire our colleagues to see a different version? Because 99% we are critical infrastructure should work in the world of today because this is essential. But we also do not have the room to be disrupted in the future. As non-commercial parties of the energy ecosystem, it is of the utmost importance that we ensure the right to energy for everybody. And what we found out, and that is in all our talks, is that what drives us is to give a better world to the next generation. It's all engineers, researchers, people who really care about what happens to the world. Maybe that was the reason they decided to join a DSO or a research entity to be able to contribute to the world. So this is the most beautiful element I find in all the stories we heard yesterday and today.